guys, hope you're doing very well. In today's video I'm going to do another judging tattoo video. I did this recently on Jeffree Star. You guys seem to really enjoy that video and I thought, oh, let's just do another one, and one that has been requested a few times, and actually throughout most of my YouTube making video career, whatever you want to call it, a lot of people have asked my opinions on Ed Sheeran's tattoos. Now, Ed Sheeran has a lot of tattoos and they're interesting. I think that's the best word to use, they're interesting. I don't know how else to explain them, honestly. A quick disclaimer here, what I'm saying isn't gospel, this is just my opinion. Nobody's tattoos are 110% perfect, let's be serious. Like, the canvas that tattoo artists work on is skin, it moves, it ages, it burns, you know, it goes through a lot of things. So it's not like a normal canvas like paper or whatever else people work on, I don't know, but a lot of factors go into how a person's tattoos look, and I'm very much aware of that. I just look at it from like an artistic point of view. I have a lot of tattoos. I've never once ever said my tattoos are perfect. Never once. People seem to think that I think my tattoos are the best. I'm very much aware that I have a lot of questionable things on me, and some of the tattoos I have are quite questionable when it comes to the quality. I'm so aware of that. I've never once claimed that I am, you know, higher than. I'm, you know, the tattoo queen and I have the best of the best of the best, because even the best of the best tattoo artists, you know, they do what they can, but sometimes it's down to the way it heals, it's down to the way the body reacts to the ink, it's down to a lot of factors as to why a tattoo could look a bit dodgy. But I'm obviously coming from an artistic point of view, you know, when it comes to saturation, which again, healing can take a part of that. So say you have a highly saturated tattoo but you don't heal it right, or your body doesn't heal it right, it can end up looking patchy. But the things that I look for in a good tattoo artist is, you know, symmetry, is the line work, you know, as smooth as it can be, is it as clean as it can be, is the saturation as good as it can be, you know. Obviously, again, like I was saying, there's other factors that make this difficult for an artist. Me talking about other people's tattoos and judging them may seem like I'm saying that what I have is better than them. No, not at all. Me doing this video series is not me saying that what I have is better. It's just fun, if you want to call it that, to look at other people's tattoos and deep dive and look into them and, you know, I don't know, inspect them for whatever reason. If someone wanted to do it to my tattoos, they're more than welcome, you know. But at the end of the day, nobody's tattoos are perfect. They may look cool, you may have very well done tattoos, that's fine, but again, if you were to really look into your tattoos, I'm sure you could find maybe a bit of line work missing, a little bit of patchiness here and there, maybe something's like uneven. It's just the way tattoos work, because again, the canvas is a hard canvas to work on. Okay, so before I start deep diving into Ed Sheeran's tattoos, I want to quickly just put out here into the wilderness that it's a common thing, or a common knowledge thing, that a lot of people that like tattoos or look at tattoos or have tattoos or whatever, it's one of these things that a lot of us notice, and it's that celebrities don't always have very well done tattoos. There's obviously a few out there that do have nicely done tattoos, but for the most part it's like a running joke that celebrities don't have the best tattoos. Like, they'll go to any old artist for whatever they want and they'll just get whatever they want whenever, and it's not really thought about, and they don't really do their research and what have you. And it's kind of like a running joke within like the tattoo world that celebrities really don't have the best tattoos. Ed Sheeran is definitely one of those people that people love to bring up to prove a point and say, hey, celebrities don't have a good tattoos, for example, look at Ed Sheeran, you know? And I think that's why a lot of you guys have requested for me to do this video on him, to see what my thoughts and opinions are on his tattoos, because a lot of people do see them as quite badly done, and the colour palette is just all over the place. Like, there's no cohesiveness with it at all. It's just here, there and everywhere. Unlike Jeffree Star's tattoos, which were very easy for me to dissect and separate from each other because he has quite a lot of coverage, so does Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran's tattoos are very mishmashy, if that makes any sense. Like, it's really hard to separate them. So with Jeffree Star, he had a lot of portraits, and obviously it's easy to talk about them as a separate thing because, you know, a portrait is a portrait, it's a face, you can tell where it ends, where it begins and what have you. But with Ed Sheeran's tattoos, it's just all one big thing, you know, it's like a full-on jumper of just ink and colour and different objects, and it's just all a wild ride. So this may be a bit harder for me to do. I'm gonna try though. Okay, the first picture that I've got up here, this time I'm gonna have to look at them. I'm gonna have to look at them. With Jeffree Star's tattoos, again, it was so much easier for me to just like talk to the camera and stuff because I can remember them from my brain. I can't remember this. There's no way I can remember all of these tattoos and yeah, talk about them. So this is the first image that I wanted to talk about. And like, as you can see here with this like quarter sleeve, he's got other tattoos, but let's talk about the lower half here that we can see in this photo. Okay, so what have we even got going on here? So there's multiple different colours, there's leaves going on there, there's a footprint, there's a Lego head, there is a puzzle piece, there is a play, pause, fast forward button situation, there's a heart, there's a snowflake. That actual snowflake is really, really nice. That is very well done. Like that negative space with the blue, I really, really like that. That is actually a very well done snowflake. Like the line work is really nice. There is a little bit of like saturation issues, especially in the puzzle bit there, especially with like the red. It is so patchy, like really patchy. And that could be due to like the artist not saturating it properly. And it also could be due to healing as well. So, you know, Ed maybe possibly could have picked away at the scabs there. You never know. It could be a mixture of both, who knows. Yeah, there's definitely a filter on this photo. I'm sure you guys can see that. I don't know, but I can definitely see that there is a filter on this, or photo editing to change the colours up on this photo. So that means the saturation could have been boosted up with this photo. So the saturation may not be as bright as this. So if we were to see Ed in real life, like if he was sitting next to me right this second in time, this sleeve may look a little bit different. But anyway, for me personally, I mean, this is something I would personally never get, you know, like this is not my kind of thing at all. Like I like colour tattoos. I'm not sure what's going on here. Like there's no story, it's very mishmashy, it's loads of different things. This is coming from someone that has a patchwork sleeve, so maybe my sleeve just doesn't make sense to anyone. Oh my god, there's no way I can get my sleeve up right now. But yeah, sometimes people don't understand patchwork sleeves. They're just like, why would you do that? Why would you have a load of random tattoos dotted all over you with no like filler or whatever? And that's understandable. That's their personal preference, that's their opinion, just like this is my opinion. That what he has on his arm there is just not something I would get. It's just a bit too much for me in my opinion. But yeah, with the patchwork sleeve, you can see I've got like a perfume bottle here, and then I have a lipstick over here, and then I have a tornado tattoo here from the film Twister, and then I have a boot from Wally here. Like I have a lot of random things like he does, but they're a bit more bigger and a little bit more spread out and stuff. That's what I like personally, but you know, Ed probably likes a mishmash, you know, tightly in together, which is fine. So let's talk about this one. Now this was the photo that was released, it was quite a while ago now, but this photo was like put on the internet or in an article or something, and then everyone was like, oh my god, we did not know Ed Sheeran had all those tattoos. It was like one minute he had no tattoos and the next minute he was like covered or something. And this is the kind of thing that made people go, oh god, what has he done? And I don't like articles like that. I never have, never will. No matter what the tattoo is, I feel like making a negative article about stuff like, oh, what has he done? Like, why has he covered himself like that? Like, what has he done to his body? I don't like that kind of thing. That's negative in my opinion. You guys might think what I'm doing now is negative, and that's fine, whatever. But I'm not like, ooh, why would you like get tattoos, you know, like those kind of articles where people are like, ew, why would you get tattoos? No, I don't like that, but whatever, maybe I'm a hypocrite, that's fine. But yeah, there was a lot of people like, oh my god, why would he do that? Like, he was so beautiful beforehand, and it's just like, oh my god, stop it. But yeah, let's take a deep dive in this picture. So you can't really see, I mean, you can see that he has tattoos, but you can't really see much of what they are. He's got like this tiger thing going on here. Again, personally, not something I would get personally. I mean, it doesn't really look tigery. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. You can also see the puzzle tattoo there, and you can see what's going up on here and on here, but you can't really see, you know, what it is. Also, he has this lion chest piece. Let's see if we can get a full-on photo of that. So there's a photo here of Ed Sheeran's lion tattoo. And honestly, it's not that bad. Like, I've seen a much better, but I've also seen a lot worse. And I'm sure you guys have seen a lot worse when it comes to lion tattoos. And yeah, it's not that bad. Personally, again, it's not a style I would get. I don't want to call this realism, because I mean, it does look realistic, but not like hyper realistic. and the colour palette really isn't to my taste. It just looks dark. But yeah, this is definitely not one of his worse ones. I just feel like with the mane and stuff it could have been a bit lighter. So I like when tattoos have quite a bit of contrast, when they're like realistic like that. So, you know, some part of the tattoo will be quite light and then another part will be quite dark. I feel like that has a good balance in my opinion. I don't know, again, personal opinion. But yeah, I feel like if the face was quite dark, the mane should have been a bit lighter just to balance it out and not make it so heavy. There's this picture which is quite questionable, but it's of it healed. We can't really see it that much, and it actually healed quite nicely. Again, I still probably personally would have preferred the mane to be a little bit lighter to have that contrast against the face, or the face to be lighter than the mane to be darker. I've got another image here, and I know there is like a sleeve in the way there, but I know he has a tomato ketchup tattoo there, which honestly, I don't blame him. I like tomato ketchup, but I'm not like the biggest fan. But barbecue sauce, oh boy, that is like my favourite sauce of all time. Like, I eat it with a lot of things, so I can understand the passion there. I'm not going to judge him on that, honestly, because that's something I would do. I mean, I probably wouldn't get like a branded tattoo on me. Like, this is a Heinz tomato ketchup tattoo. I wouldn't get like a Heinz barbecue sauce tattoo. I'd probably get like a love heart that says barbecue sauce or something like that. But I understand that, so yeah, all power to him, honestly. He also has Prince there, and it looks like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air font. I'm not sure why it just says Prince and not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. There may be like a personal reason to that. I obviously don't know or anything like that. Yeah, I dig it. I love that TV show, so, you know, it's a big part of a lot of our childhood. Well, when you're sort of like our age. I think Ed Sheeran is maybe the same age as me. I don't even look at that, to be honest. Oh, he's 28, but I'm guessing he was born in the same year as me. Oh no, 1991. So yeah, he's a year younger than me. I'm 29, he's 28. Anyway, yeah, that would have been a big part of his life growing up, because that was like shown on TV a lot when I was younger. So I can understand why he has that. If we look at it artistically, I mean, it is readable, but it's very patchy in places. There's a lot of black work missing in there, and it's not highly saturated. Again, like I was saying before, saturation like that could be down to the fact that the tattoo artist wasn't that great, or it could be down to healing as well. So, you know, Ed maybe didn't heal it correctly, or he just didn't have a good time with healing. Sometimes, you know, the scabs fall off and it takes the ink with it. Like, it's very normal. That's why tattoo artists offer a touch-up. But this is quite an extreme version, I would say. Like, this is quite extreme when it comes to patchiness. Like, when there is, you know, a few bits missing here and there, it's so normal. It's so normal. But this is quite an extreme case. Okay, so we have like a full upper body shot here. Now, I don't know if it's the quality of this photo. It could very much well be. But that lion tattoo looks a bit tragic. I don't know what's going on there. It could just be the quality of the photo. I don't know. But everything that is on... how do I say this politely, but I don't think I can. It literally looks like a child has taken to his body with a Sharpie and just gone at it. Like, this is what his whole body looks like in this photo. I definitely think this is quite a bad quality photo, so I'm not going to judge too harshly, but from just this photo, I can see why people always bring up Ed Sheeran's name when people talk about celebrity tattoos and how bad they can be. I know that sounds so mean. So there's this photo here as well of his arm, and he has a Pingu tattoo, which, I mean, you can tell from this photo here, there's maybe a little bit of editing here, but the saturation has not been whacked up like the other photo that I was talking about earlier. And you can see here there is a lot of ink missing in his tattoos. The saturation is struggling, especially in that tiger tattoo that he has down here. You can just see a little bit of it where his watch is. And yeah, it's not as bright and vibrant, and the same with the rest of the tattoos in this photo. They're struggling a lot. The Pingu tattoo, again, oh god. It's something, you know, like, yeah. I mean, the face is quite scary. Okay, so there is this other photo of him kind of like from an upper angle, and it's kind of hard to see what he has on his stomach here. Yeah, it's hard to make out what he's got, to be honest. I can see like the Rolling Stones like mouth tongue situation, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to figure out what this line work tattoo is on his arm there. It looks like a person maybe hugging another person. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is at all. But yeah, it's really hard to actually find in detail photos of his tattoos. Like, understandable, he probably doesn't, you know, sit there and take photos of them and stuff, or have people take photos of them. I know he's got a lot of them, but it's hard to find, you know, photos of them up close. So there's this photo here that has popped up, and I obviously can't verify that this is Ed Sheeran's tattoos because we can't see a face here, but it just says Ed Sheeran's tattoo. So I don't know if this is his, but I think it's a phoenix. Actually, if we look at it upside down, yeah, it looks like a phoenix. At first I thought it was a dragon, but it looks like a phoenix. Personally, I mean, I know it could be better, it could look better, it could have been done better, but again, it's probably not one of the worst ones he has. I feel like if the line work is a little bit thicker and the colour palette was better, because by the looks of things there is only like, when it comes to the phoenix, there's like a dark red hues, an orange and a yellow. I feel like if there was a lot more colours within this tattoo, it would have made it look better, if that makes any sense. Like, I know there's a green there and stuff, but when it comes to the phoenix, it's literally yellow, dark red, orange. I feel like if there was like a bright red in there, a lighter red in there, a dark orange, a light orange, a yellow, I feel like it would have made the tattoo look just a bit better, you know. I've personally never seen anything like this when it comes to the layout, the designs, the colours used. It is very unique, and I will give him that. This is very, very unique, and maybe because we've not really seen anything like this before, we're all a bit like, oh, what the fuck is going on here? This is very abnormal. This is not something you see every day. So I've got to give him that in that sense of form. Like, he is quite creative and out there with his tattoos, but I think it's when people look at them closely and they see there's line work missing, the saturation is really poor in some of them. Some of it's unsymmetrical. I don't know, it's not like he has a couple of tattoos like that, if that makes any sense. Like, if he had a couple of tattoos with bad line work, bad saturation, I would just put it down to he's gone to a bad tattoo artist. He hasn't done much research and he's just gotten these because whatever. But his whole body is filled out with this, and that's what makes me think that this is all done on purpose. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have been like, well, that's Ed Sheeran, he's got bad tattoos, that's what it is, that's what he's known for. But if we really think about it, like, would someone cover their body like this, with this type of tattoo, with this type of style, with these colours, without that much thought? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'd love to know your guys' opinions on this. This could be a conspiracy theory. Has he done this on purpose, or is this his style? You know, like, some people are covered in all black work and it's very cohesive and it just all has a story to it, it all makes sense. Do you think that's Ed Sheeran's thing? You know, I mean, he's got a lot of different designs, a lot of different colours, and they all have the same kind of quality of work. Do you think that's his kind of body sleeve, like how someone would be covered in black work? Do you think that's what Ed Sheeran's done for himself, but it's in his own little style and stuff like that? Like, maybe that's what it is, instead of, you know, being like, oh my god, all his tattoos are bad and they've been done badly and they haven't healed correctly. Maybe that's just what it is. That's his style, that's his aesthetic. Maybe that could be it. That's maybe just, you know, his aesthetic. He likes that look, and that's fair enough, you know. Like I was saying before, the way my tattoos are laid out and the way my tattoos are done, you guys might not like them, he might not like them. You know, that's the fun part with art and tattoos. It's all down to personal preference, you know. So, you know, as long as I like them, that's all that matters, and as long as he likes them, that's all that matters at the end of the day. You know, people seem to think like I have it out for all these different tattoo styles and I think that my tattoos are perfect, and I know they're not. But yeah, as long as the person's happy with them at the end of the day and they haven't copied them, all right, that's not like, that's not excusable from the whole, well, as long as they like them type thing. No, plagiarism, that's not cool, okay? Can't use that as a whole YOLO, it's their body thing. Like, I see these comments. But yeah, I think that's where I'll end this video today, to be honest with you, because there isn't many pictures of his tattoos online. Well, there's pictures, but we can't really deep dive and get close in on them. But I think we've got the gist of like what he looks like and the way his tattoos are. I'd love to know your opinions on this. Do you think his tattoos are good? Do you think they're awful? Do you think it's an aesthetic thing, so they're purposely done like this? Or do you think he's just had a slip up and he's just been going to the same artist and he thinks that they've done well, but they're not really done well. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on this. And yeah, until my next video, I hope you guys are all doing very well. And until then, goodbye.